we move the bullshit forward by participating in the bullshit, and don't want to call it bullshit when we smell the bullshit, even though it smell and tastes like the bullshit. Yeah, let me get on there. So this is the booking error that happened with this gig that I just did last week. To recap, so younger entertainers, people who are entertaining. That means crossing taints. Anyway. Yeah, let me get on there. Young folks coming into the business aren't being given the same education that we don't pass shit on. Somebody said to me last week, and they were absolutely correct, comics are terrible to each other. And she was absolutely right. We are horrible individuals when it comes to each other because we want to be famous. Everybody already famous. We know everything already. We don't want to listen to nobody. All that type of shit come into play when you talk about stand-up comedy. Nobody wants, we only fuck with each other who, this ain't for me. That's why I don't have no friends. So I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about other comics. I'm talking about everybody else. Because comics do that click shit. I'm not a clicker. That's why I don't have any friends. I'm not a clicker. I don't do all that bullshit. I don't. If I like you, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If you don't want to fuck with me, you don't have to fuck with me. But I'm not gonna shit on other comics because I'm supposed to, because I don't play that shit. Anyway, so it's this big competition amongst our comic. And another thing, and we shouldn't be acting like that for the simple fact that this strike is going on. This strike is going on, and we really gonna suffer because a lot of the celebrity comics gonna come out the woodwork or take the work. Because they gotta eat. And they gonna come out into the nation as they come from Hollywood, come out into the nation to the comedy clubs and flood the comedy clubs and get the headlining work. And that pushes us down a level, all the way down the block. If I'm headlining, that means now I'm featured. If I'm featuring, that means now I'm MCing. If I'm MCing, nigga, I'm finding another job. You know what I'm saying? That's the trickle down economics. That shit do work when it comes to shit like that. The work will not trickle down because of the strike. The strike will definitely affect your calendar as a comic, as a rapper. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not necessarily as a rapper, but as a comic, your schedule has been affected. Your shit is eligible for reorganization. You know what I'm saying? Your mortgage is in jeopardy. Here's an example. Back in the day when I was coming up in the business, the headliner used to take all the other comics out to lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever meal he or she, right? Just to, hey, how you doing? This is who I am for the weekend and blah, blah, blah. And, maybe give you a couple tips here and there and maybe even have a writing session. You know what I'm saying? I only had that happen a couple times in my whole career. I would say it was a 40% chance that the headliner was going to pay for dinner or whatever the meal was, or we was gonna connect. If it was like a weekend show, even if it wasn't, even if it was a one-nighter, we usually, had a drink or something, or, but especially if it was a weekend show, right? The headliner would, you would get to know them and they might pass on a little knowledge and information to you. It was always appreciated, right? That don't happen no more. Like I said, unless you know them cats and they bringing you with them on purpose, they are mentoring you. Their whole purpose is to give you this game and let you know, what not to do, the do's and don'ts of this business. Then, like I said, this ain't for you. But the majority of us get into this shit and we don't have any guidance. I want to change that shit because it's noticeable. It's noticeable. And then when cats break these rules, you take it, I know I be taking that shit personally sometimes. And I stopped taking it personally because I have learned to read the situations because I'm an older adult. So I understand life a little bit more. I understand people have, life happens. You know what I'm saying? Life is happening like a motherfucker. Situations happen and kids and all kind of shit that we just can't control, right? Using coping skills, listening and engaging, hearing people, having empathy and sympathy for what happened with me this past weekend to even happen the way it happened. It'll make sense in a minute. For the outcome to have, to get the outcome that we got, my thought process and maturity had to be on point. I say again, for the outcome, to get the outcome we got this past weekend, my maturity and thought processes, problem solving skills had to be on point, and it was. And so here's what I mean by that. This is a cigar. This is not any weed. Facebook. I'm talking to Facebook. All the other platforms don't give a fuck. But Facebook want to act like they, I see titties every day on Facebook, but I can't smoke a cigar. This is Booking Mistake 101. I'm teaching them some game. I'm teaching you some game. This is game. Pay attention now. Pay attention now. All right.